So if I was a brand new life insurance agent starting over, here's exactly what I would do. In this video, I'm going to share with you all the failures and be really vulnerable with you guys about what it was like being a life insurance agent my first year and 9 months in the business. In the first year and 9 months, I got my base absolutely kicked in. I didn't know what company to work with. I didn't know what product to sell. I didn't know how to get leads. I didn't know how to call referrals. I didn't know how to sell life insurance. I didn't know how to go in home or out home. And all these questions that you guys ask me that I see in my DMs, I want to answer in this video and give you clarity. If I was starting over as a life insurance agent, here's exactly how I'd go about it. And the reason that I make this video is because I want to share with you how at first I lost a ton of money, how I gave up everything to become a life insurance agent. I was promised this goal, I was promised this dream, I trusted in my leadership, and I had empty promises fulfilled. I lost a ton of money, I learned about chargebacks, and I was really discouraged. But I had to figure this thing out. And through the figuring out of waking up and doing the work every day, I learned how to make my first $20,000 per month. I learned how to make my first $30,000 per month. I learned how to make my first submit over $80,000 in a month of AP, and ultimately learning how to submit over $500,000 of premiums in my first year as a life insurance agent, and now managing a life insurance agency where we're doing over $300,000 per month. And I just want to give you guys the real honest truth, the no BS fluff about what I would do if I was starting over. So here are the 5 things that I would have done if I knew what I knew now about the life insurance industry. The first thing, and first and foremost, is I would have never even considered becoming a captive life insurance agent. So there's 2 routes. You can go the independent route where you can be a broker, and that's exactly what I'm doing, or you can go the captive route. And something that blows my mind is that people still choose the captive route, and here's why. The reason I was able to become successful, the reason that our agency is able to grow and actually help and serve and provide the best product to someone is because I've learned from Alex Hormozy last weekend in a conference is that offer is king. Your offer is crucial. So just inherently, I knew as an agent getting started that if I was going to go back in, I would not go the captive route. If someone told me that I can only sell one product with one company, I would run. And here's why. Because as a captive agent, what makes me successful, what allowed me to actually help people the best way and to put people in the best position to find the best plan, especially when you're selling life insurance, it's a commodity. How can I put them in the best plan? It's by being an independent broker. And being an independent broker, I was able to pair someone's health conditions with their income, with their, where they live. I can put all of their current, who they are as a person and find them the best product and have an offer and market an offer that is a lot better than everyone else because I am able to go out there and have access to 5 to 7 to 10 different insurance companies that I can sell their products rather than being a captive agent where I can only sell one product and put people in a waiting period or put people in a really expensive product that can be replaced later down the road. So knowing what I know now, the crucial thing is to find the best product for your client, to have retention, and to also create an offer that creates an ease and marketing systems for you to become successful as a life insurance agent. So first thing was go independent. I would have never thought about going captive. Now the second thing is crucial is just finding one product. Like I cannot stress this enough because everything that I've done and everything that we do now is around one product. Now that could be term, that could be final expense, that could be IULs, that could be accidental life insurance, that could be children's whole life insurance, whatever it is. Like I promise you, at first I lost literally so much. I was doing term, I was selling an IUL here, I was then trying to figure out final expense, and I was just lost. So redoing it, I would find just one product that I actually believe in, okay? This is really important. A product that I could sell my grandmother, a product that I could sell my dad, a product that I actually know well, that I have conviction, that I know I'm serving people, that I know that I can actually provide a valuable product to someone in the marketplace with a great company that I represent, and then I'd go about that. So you can build your marketing around it. You can build your offer around it based off the independent. You can also build all your systems around this to master one niche. For example, that confusion of I'm going to do this, I'm going to market to that, I'm going to try this, absolutely ran me in circles for month after month. So that one product and learning how to master it and learning and changing my beliefs on I can make $5 million selling this product if I only focus on this, and avoiding everything else would help me so much going into being a life insurance agent again. The third thing that I would totally avoid if I was going into this is more about who I would be joining. Okay, so who would I actually be looking for? Let's say I just got my life insurance license. There's these large companies out there that are on Indeed. These are these companies that are out there, marketing, and you're seeing the flashy Lamborghinis. You're seeing all these sexy things that really are attractive to you. I would 1000% avoid those. Those large MLM companies, those large companies where they're going to recruit you, make you spend all your money on your leads. That would be something I would totally avoid. What I would do differently now, knowing what I know now, is I would find someone who has the actual skills that I learned from, maybe watch maybe their content, or was able to find, or has a good contract rate, or someone who I can trust, I know I can trust, and that can actually take me under their wing, and they can actually help me. Because the big thing about the life insurance industry and why I struggle for months after months is because I felt like I was just trying to figure this thing out on my own. And if I could have someone that could just guide me, and I could have someone that could just literally be like, hey, no, you got to call the lead this time. Or, hey, no, don't run your ads like that. Why would you do that? Or, no, why would you send that drip message when you can do this? Or you should use this integration for your calendar. Or go ahead and drive them to this landing page and take them to there. Like, if I had all that in the beginning, my last 9 months of literally all I was trying to do figure out on my own would be gone. I can just focus on selling. And then the customer service could be figured out as well. So avoid those MLM companies. I would never go into these captive companies, the MLM companies, where they're so big and they're recruiting a ton of people. If I see a ton of people in an organization, I would run, knowing what I know now, because I know that they don't have the time. I know they don't have the time to train me, and I don't have the ability to actually help me become successful. Okay. The fourth thing that I would do is I would find a company that has clear expectations and clear training. Okay, this is really, really important. Number one, clear expectations. I'm going to jump into why that's so important. Expectations of what it looks like. I feel like what really got my hopes up and why I was a life insurance agent in the first place is because it's like someone basically lied to me. They were like, dude, you're going to do not that much work. You're going to make all this money, 400 grand a year. It's going to be easy selling life insurance. I need to find someone I can trust. So if I were to start over, I'm going to vet different companies. I'm going to look at different leaders or people who are going to train me or people who are going to help me. And I'm going to say, where are you at in your journey? Let me see that. Let me see some real evidence. And then how are you going to get me there? And ultimately, be honest with me. What type of expectations do I need to have coming into this industry? And the minute that someone says, oh, you're going to make all this money and all this BS, like, I know that's not accurate. You're going to recruit all these people. You're going to have overrides. You're going to have this passive income. I know I wouldn't trust that person. So if I were to start over, that mentorship and that training is crucial. So clear expectations is important, but the training is important as well. I think one of the biggest things that people struggle with right now, and even for me, like my first month, I sold like 5 policies. It was because I didn't have clear training. And I need a clear training program if I'm going to go work with an organization and start over as a life insurance agent. I need to know exactly, what does my day look like as a training? How much time are we going to spend with you as a training? What are we going to train on? How is there a proven training process that I'm going to get plugged into? Because I remember my first ever training call when I first got started. I had absolutely no idea. I was sweating. I didn't know what I was doing. And I was in like a group of like 30 people. So how am I going to get the character? Like, fortunately enough for me, I had the previous sales ability where I could kind of just grind it out and figure it out. But I've seen personally firsthand people who just need more coaching, who just need their hand held, that eventually become really, really successful agents, but aren't able to become successful in their current IMO or their current, industry in final expense or term, whatever they're selling, because they didn't have the proper training. So a clear schedule of training is crucial. Especially if you're selling final expense or any type of life insurance over the phone, you need to have a clear training process. And if they don't have a clear training process, I would go find someone who has a clear one-on-one hand-holding type of training process that's going to help me become successful. It would save you months and months and ultimately even give you an opportunity of becoming successful. I will share this with you again, and being honest, the industry is already hard enough to sell. It is so hard to be successful in this industry, and if you don't have the training, you are not giving yourself any type of ability to become successful, especially if you're not a natural born sales individual. And the last thing that I'm really looking for if I were to start over again, the headaches of figuring out my leads, the headaches of trying to do the tracking, the headaches of figuring out the chargebacks, the headaches of figuring out, how am I going to generate leads, how I'm going to ask for referrals, how am I going to book people on my calendar, how I'm going to do all the business side of things, drove me crazy and literally sucked up all my time. 12, 15 hours every day I was working my first year as a life insurance agent because I had to figure all that out. So if I were to start over, especially getting in and started in the life insurance industry, I'm looking for a plug and play model, okay? Because this is what I was promised, and you're probably promised this too. Oh, you're just gonna get your license, you're gonna come in, you're gonna buy some leads, you're gonna call leads, you're gonna make all that money, right? How awesome would that be to actually happen? And if I actually knew, again, talking about clear expectations, what it looks like on a day-to-day basis of how to become successful, where I had to figure out, okay, At first, I'm going to make $400,000 per year. I'm going to buy some leads from a lead store. I'm going to call them. I'm going to close them. And I'm going to live a great life. That was my expectations. But what actually was a reality is that I had to figure out how to call people, how to buy phone time. I had to figure out drip systems. I had to figure out how to engage leads. I had to figure out how to, save clients. I had to figure out how to get more leads. I had to figure out why my lead calls going up. Like, that was all I figured out, and it took so much time away from selling. So if I could have just a proven system, like, Peter, what you're going to do is that you're going to come in on Monday, you're going to open up your computer, I can teach you how to sell, I have your leads pumped into your system, you just got to do the work, or you have to receive the calls, or you're going to be present, or go to your appointments and show up on time. All you got to do is focus on selling. That's all you have to do, and the systems were figured out. That's exactly what I would look for. And I would remember call IMO after IMO and IMO when I was in a transition phase out of my current IMO. I was like, I have to find someone. I saw someone post on a group, man, how much, guy made 40 sales in like 2 weeks. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, it's a secret. I'm like, what's the secret? He wouldn't give me the solution. Another guy was like doing something that was a secret. I'm like, well, why can't you just make it easy for me? Why can't you have clear expectations? If it's such a secret, like, how are you going to allow other people to become successful if it's such a secret? So proven systems would save all the heartaches and the headaches that I went through that I wish I could have avoided, that all the stress of waking up and my ads got banned, or my phone got disconnected. I have to do more compliance stuff, and I had to go renew a new license and buy a license. Like, all these small nuances that I wish I avoided at first would have helped me become successful. So if I had to break this down for you guys, and ultimately what I've learned, and ultimately I was able to figure this thing out, and to give you some context, this is exactly what I do now that allowed me to become successful, is that I'm an independent agent. I sell one product, final expense. I don't worry about the large companies. I don't focus on recruiting thousands and thousands of people that take me away from training my agents and allow me to become successful as a leader. And fourth, I have clear mentorship and training, and I have an income expectations for the team. And I have lastly 5 proven systems and processes where it's a plug and play system. So that's all that I wish I would have done when I first got started as a life insurance agent. It completely changed my life. It's a great industry. You just need a real leader, and you need real systems, and you need real people who are really disciplined that can guide you the right way. So love you guys. If I was going to start over, that's exactly what I would do. And I think that I could come in there in a system like that and make a ton of money and absolutely crush. So hope this helped. Here's my 2 cents. And ultimately, hope this answers some of the questions that you guys were sending me about what do I do? I'm just getting started. I got this opportunity. If they don't have these things, then I would avoid. Cheers.